Hi, Mary Beth Stapleton, Manager of Family and Community Partnerships, here for a Real Talk Academy with Dr. Martha Barwick, who oversees technology instruction and our librarians. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
And we're excited to share with parents a new tool to help you engage with your child's learning called Canvas. So Dr. Barwick, what's Canvas?
Well, and Canvas is new to parents,
Oh, okay.
but not to students.
Oh,
Our
good.
students have been using Canvas for over a year.
Okay.
And it's our learning management system. What does that mean? It's a place where teachers can present content, monitor student participation, assess student performance, just engage with students around digital content, and where students can engage with the teacher and with other students around digital content.
Okay, so kids have had it for a year, and now parents are going to have access. Why would they want to have access to Canvas? That's why we have these computers in front of us, by the way. But why would they want to have access to Canvas?
A greater level of access, a window into what their student may be doing in their classroom and their
Okay.
students' learning.
Okay, so looking at actual instructional content, you'll be able to see that as a parent now? Oh, that's great news. Very good. Well, thinking about that, we have these computers in front of us. And when I'm interacting with Canvas and with my child, am I able to do it the same way my child's interacting with their computer and with Canvas?
It's not exactly the same.
Okay.
So when our parents or guardians join Canvas, and I'll show you that process in just a minute,
Okay.
we refer to them as observers. So I'm going to use that word throughout our time together. So observers in Canvas, and that is really what they are. They're not going to be able to interact the same way our students interact, but they have a read-only view into what's happening in the classroom with their students, an assignment, the prompt that the student is working on in the classroom. So they really are an observer in Canvas.
Okay, so thinking about that as an observer, as a parent, I'm a parent, you're a parent, how do we access Canvas with our child?
I will go ahead and take you through those
Perfect.
steps today.
That would be great.
And just while I'm pulling over my daughter's Chromebook, because I want to show you from her perspective the starting steps, something really important to remember is that, depending on the age of our students, my daughter's in first grade, yours
Mine
is a senior.
Correct.
And depending on the content and the teacher's approach to how much digital content they use in the classroom, it might look a little bit different. There might be different features available to parents depending on what the teacher is using in the classroom. And we want the teachers to use the tools in Canvas that work for their content and their age.
So just to be clear, if my child's in high school, I'll see, many different courses from each teacher we'll see, and then for elementary it could be just a few. For sure.
Exactly.
Okay, great.
And so let me get you started here by showing you our first step of what we're calling pairing.
Okay.
So we want the parents to create an account and then pair with their students. And so the first thing that we need to do is that we need to have our student log into their Canvas account. And up here in the top left corner, there's an account profile. And we're going to have our student click on that. And then under that drop-down menu, there is an option for settings. And then we see pair with an observer. So our parents and guardians are observers in Canvas. And then pair with an observer. Canvas is going to prompt the student with a pairing code. And so I'm going to write that pairing code down quickly. Important to know that it is case sensitive. It can only be used one time. It expires after 7 days or after that first time use. So you're probably thinking, oh, what about my child's other parent? How do they pair? The student can go through the same process again and populate a second pairing code. So that is the part that I need to do with my student, and then I can take it from there and set up my parent account in Canvas. So I'm going to put my daughter's Chromebook off to the side and take my pairing code, and then here is the steps that I am going to go through as a parent. I'm going to navigate to hartford.instructure.com/login/Canvas, and we'll provide that link to parents. We're going to have just a number of resources on our hcps.org webpage that's going to take the parents through all of these steps with screenshots and hints and things like that. So, but at the top of that screen, we'll see where it says Parent of a Canvas User. Click here for an account. And then I simply put in my name, and I want to put my first and last name in as my students' teachers would recognize me. I'm going to use my email address. I'm going to create a password. And then I have my pairing code. And so again, case sensitive, exactly as it appeared for my student. And now it's going to create my account. So be very, very careful that you don't forget your email address or forget the password you set up, although there's a password recovery on that same screen. And now have been immediately, it's saying welcome and my name at the top, and have been taken in immediately as an observer to my student's course. And then on the left-hand side, I'll see home. I'll see either dashboard or subjects, depending on whether I'm an elementary parent or a secondary parent, or depending on which parent I chose. And then on the front of that screen, I will see my course cards, and then there I can click on modules. And modules is usually the place where all of our teachers place their content for students to access. So as parents go in, they're going to look for a course card, they're going to land on a home page, and then they can navigate to modules either from a link from the home page or the menu option on the left-hand side, navigate into the course and see, is my student responding to an assignment? I'll be able to see the prompt. Did the teacher share an article with my students? And I want to go back and review that with them for science. Maybe an assessment is coming up, and I can see that article or that content that's been shared.
So thinking about that, that's awesome. Is there any kind of parent orientation course within Canvas to help parents kind of guide and navigate?
Yeah, we've created a course called a Canvas Parent Access Orientation. It's open to everyone, so you can get to it before you have your login information, and we'll have that right on hcps.org. And it will be available for students.
Great.
Available for parents.
Perfect. And so
guardians.
thinking about that, we also know many of our parents like to access information on their phones. So is there any kind of tool that parents can use to help kind of supplement the computer, or maybe even just use, just the phone? Is that a possibility?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
There's both the Android and iOS app called Canvas Parent. And so the parent can go to the App Store or the Google Play Store, download that app. There are a few more features that a parent can get to in Canvas if they're using a web browser, but if they're on their phone, it's still a wonderful look into what's happening in that classroom for their student.
Great. And we'll have support and instruction on that with our hcps.org tools.
Exactly.
Very
it's
good.
all embedded, links directly out to the apps, all embedded into that.
Great. And then just
public-facing
as
course.
observers, parents go through this, what about other supports? If we hit a roadblock or, aren't able to get in for whatever reason, any ideas on where we can go?
So that page where the parents go to log in, there's a forget password option, so that's a great place to go if there's an account issue. And then definitely to contact the teacher of the course.
Okay.
If something doesn't make sense in the course, or there's something I can't get to in the course, go directly to the parent and go directly to the teacher. The parent goes directly to the teacher. And then if the teacher needs further support, they'll contact their school librarian, and their school librarian can get in touch with our innovation and learning team that can provide additional levels of support.
Well, this really does, to your point, open up the window into the classroom for the parent, and really get to see what's available and what their child's learning, and really ask those guiding questions to support the learning in the classroom at home.
And one caveat around that, because it's so important, we are not getting rid of Home Access Center,
Okay.
which we refer to as HACC.
Right.
And HACC is still in place, and it remains the gradebook of record.
Got it.
So if a parent is looking for a final grade a course grade, an assignment grade, although they may be able to see some feedback in Canvas and some more about the assignment in Canvas, HACC or Home Access Center remains that grade book of record and that final place for grades.
Well, this new Canvas resource is going to help us with the vision that we have for Hartford County Public Schools that engage every parent every day, and we can do that now through Canvas. So thank you so much for your hard work and for your team's hard work to get this off the ground.
I'm excited for parents to have that view in, greater view into what's happening into the classroom, at least for the digital pieces.
Perfect. Thank you. Thanks, Dr. Barwick. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
And thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.